Tonight, a new development in the effort to ban the distribution of needles to drug users in school zones. After a measure to ban the practice died in the state legislature this year, a new ordinance was introduced today in Multnomah County. Fox 12 has been covering this story for more than a year. Neighbors say the harm reduction organizations create more harm than they reduce by attracting drug users and dealers to residential areas and near schools. Today, commissioners heard testimony about a proposed safe school zone ordinance to ban the practice within the county, including testimony from a supporter of the new draft ordinance that some found surprising. State Senator Lisa Reynolds.
First, needles should not be distributed near schools where students live and play. Furthermore, public health experts endorse this as a reasonable step.
Earlier this year, Reynolds was widely criticized by neighbors who believed she was responsible for killing Senate Bill 1573 in the state legislature. But Reynolds says she supports this county ordinance as a bridge to new statewide legislation she plans to introduce next year in Salem. Meantime, neighbors and even her political opponents say they're just happy to see at least some progress on the issue.
Let's take the progress we can. She's not killing it, she's supporting it, and I think that that is progress. For the people that are these constituents in these neighborhoods that are so affected, they need these politicians to listen to them.
It's not just a neighborhood issue, it's something that the whole state needs to look at because our neighborhoods are suffering, so I'm glad that they came out.
Now, while almost all of today's testimony was in support of the proposed ordinance, there was some pushback from local health officials and the county chair, Jessica Vega-Peterson. And there are several questions about how the ordinance would ever be enforced. In fact, without any consensus on what the punishment, if any, might be for violating the ordinance, some say this latest development may end up just being a case of political grandstanding. We'll have to wait and see. Meantime, a vote on the proposed ordinance is scheduled for May 28th.